How to weigh food without a scale. Usually, baking recipes need exact measurements. Besides that, it is indeed helpful to own a food scale. Yet, do not worry if you do not have one, because you can use foods weights to benchmark other foods. So with that, it is an excellent way to quantify small amounts of various ingredients. How to weigh food without a scale. Essentially, several pantry staples come in pre-measured packages in different weights. With that, searching for lighter pre-weighed packages will be more difficult. However, you can detect foods weighing a pound or more with ease. Moreover, it is best to find which pantry items are nearest in weight to the quantity specified in the recipe. In addition to that, pre-measured weights like cans are very helpful since unopened till used in full. Also, for bigger quantities, make sure to use bags of flour or sugar. In this regard, ensure they come in 1 to 5 to 10 pound bags. Weigh food without scale. You can pour a few of the ingredients you want to measure into a plastic bag for starters. In that regard, it would help to use 2 hands. After that, ensure to estimate how the required ingredients' weights correspond to the pantry staple's known weight. Also, get the 2 weights as near as possible by subtracting or adding the ingredients in the plastic bag. Moreover, ensure to set aside the recently measured ingredients, since recipes that utilize various weighted items will be simpler if weighed with another ingredient. Because of this, you can keep the estimated weights skewed similarly. Likewise, the ingredients' proportions will still stay the same. Ways in measuring foods. Want to measure food, even if you do not own a scale? But first, recall that there were no scales in the early days. However, there was always the need to measure the weight of food without using a scale. With that, it was a matter of barter and sale. That is why people developed systems till the invention of rudimentary scales. The practice of eyeballing ingredients. Yes, you can indeed measure things by practicing. For example, when measuring salt, you can use your palm. With that, if you cup your palm, then pour sufficient salt into the pit of your palm till it is approximately an inch across. Now, it is about a teaspoon. Likewise, a pinch of salt between the forefinger, second finger, and thumb is around 1/8 of a teaspoon. In addition to that, 2 of those are about 1/4 teaspoon. Also, it is approximately half a teaspoon if it is a mound in your palm, or the size of a quarter. Moreover, keep in mind that the depression in the bottom of a beer can or soda holds precisely 1 tablespoon. So with that, practice with pinches the whole way to a tablespoon. It will indeed save plenty of time at the very least when you bake. Create a homemade food scale, similar to the scales of justice with the fulcrum on top of a pole. In addition to that, the 2 little plates should be dangling from either the fulcrum's ends. In this regard, you can build on either a small scale to measure for baking ingredients. Likewise, you can measure it on a large scale to measure grain bags. Moreover, you need items that you know the weight of, so it is easy for smaller items. For that reason, keep in mind that 1 ounce equals about 1 CD, 5 quarters, or 28 paper clips. Also, a liquid ounce equals about 1/8 of a cup. Furthermore, an ounce of cheese is about 3 dice. On the other hand, to weigh bigger items, note that a gallon of water weighs around 8 pounds. In this regard, remember that water weight is the most excellent pair for the baking items of your food scale. The measurement of spoons and cups to weigh food. Ounces to teaspoons. Remember, 1 fluid ounce is equal to 6 teaspoons. If the recipe calls for 2 ounces of a particular liquid, you can use an equivalent of 12 teaspoons. Ounces to tablespoons. Keep in mind that 1 fluid ounce equals 2 tablespoons. In this regard, if the recipe needs 4 ounces, it would be easy to convert it into 8 tablespoons. Additionally, ping pong balls are approximately 2 tablespoons each. Ounces to cups. Bear in mind, every cup has about 8 ounces. And with that, you can easily do the math for any recipe. Moreover, remember that a softball is approximately 2 cups. On the other hand, a tennis ball is around a half cup. Likewise, a baseball has a similar amount as a half cup. In addition to that, note that 1/4 cup is similar to the size of an egg. Also, it is essential to understand that you do not have to attain perfection. 12 ounces is approximately a cup of honey. 8 ounces is about 1 cup of butter. 7 ounces is around a cup of granulated sugar. 6 ounces is approximately 1 cup of chocolate chips and powdered sugar. 3 ounces is about a cup of cocoa powder. Tips and tricks. For the most part, you will need to calculate when the recipe measures weight instead of volume. Although, the usual rule of thumb for liquid ingredients is 1 cup equivalent to 8 ounces. It would be best to know that is not completely true for dry ingredients. In that regard, it is best to know that all dry ingredients possess various weights per volume. With that, it is imperative to understand the different weights of every ingredient in your recipe. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.